Hey there, soap fans. Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is an absolutely gorgeous day to dive into some incredibly juicy Los Angeles drama. We are so thrilled to have you here with us as we unpack the latest bombshells and wild speculations. Grab your favorite snack, settle into your comfiest chair, and let's talk about the absolute chaos and corporate warfare currently brewing at Forrester Creations. Let's get right into the thick of it, because the tension right now is completely off the charts. We all know Liam Spencer has been relentlessly pushing Hope Logan to pack up her desk, leave Forrester Creations behind, and take her impressive talents over to Katie Logan Spencer's brand new fashion house, simply dubbed Logan. Liam thinks this is the perfect escape route for Hope to get away from the toxic environment. But here is the massive surprise. Hope is absolutely refusing to budge. She recently dropped a massive bombshell on Liam, revealing that now is not the time for her to make any drastic career moves. Why? Because she is secretly banking on her mother, Brooke Logan, snatching the co-CEO position right out from under Steffy Forrester Finnegan. That's right. Hope actually urged Brooke to make an aggressive play for the throne to protect the Hope for the Future line. And you won't believe what happened next. Brooke went home, turned on the ultimate charm, and made a highly seductive offer to Ridge that he simply couldn't refuse. Ridge was clearly squirming and incredibly uncomfortable with the idea of replacing his own daughter, but he actually agreed to consider the co-CEO swap. Meanwhile, Donna has caught wind of Katie's plan to poach Hope and is practically begging her to back off before she ignites a catastrophic family feud. Let's be honest, Katie is playing with absolute fire here. Donna is completely right to be terrified of the impending fallout. The hostility between Katie and Brooke is already reaching a dangerous boiling point, and Katie trying to lure Hope away is the ultimate betrayal in Brooke's incredibly stubborn eyes. Katie is quick to defend herself, claiming that business is just business. But we all know that in the Logan family, business is always deeply personal. Katie has spent her entire life living in the glamorous, overwhelming shadow of her older sister. This new Logan fashion house is Katie's desperate attempt to assert her dominance and prove she is an absolute powerhouse in the fashion industry. But Brooke will undoubtedly view this as a direct, malicious attack on her own flesh and blood. The psychological warfare between these sisters is just gearing up, and it is going to be a complete bloodbath. But let's pivot to the most tantalizing part of our speculation today. What happens if Brooke actually gets that co-CEO position? If Brooke takes over the executive office, Hope's departure to Katie's company is completely dead in the water. Hope will have the ultimate protection at Forrester Creations, and her fashion line will receive unlimited funding and support. So, how do Katie and Liam get what they want? Enter the ultimate puppet master himself, Dollar Bill Spencer. Oh my goodness, can you imagine the absolute chaos Bill would unleash? We know that Liam recently ran crying to Bill and Katie, whining about how Hope flat out rejected his grand master plan. Liam is terrified that Hope is just signing up for more mistreatment and emotional abuse under Steffy's current regime. But Liam doesn't have the killer instinct to force Hope's hand. Bill, on the other hand, is a ruthless shark who absolutely thrives on corporate sabotage. Why would Bill get his hands dirty in this messy family drama? For starters, Bill loves to play God with his family's lives. He wants to see Katie's new business venture succeed beyond her wildest dreams, and he desperately wants Liam to be happy and in complete control of Hope. Bill knows that as long as Brooke is in power at Forrester, Hope is untouchable and Liam will continue to spiral into anxiety. So, we strongly believe that Bill is going to step out of the shadows and actively intervene to prevent Brooke from securing that co-CEO chair. That's crazy, right? But it makes perfect sense within the internal logic of the show. Bill has a long, incredibly dark history of manipulating the Forrester family, hacking their servers, and plotting hostile takeovers. Stopping Brooke from getting a promotion is basically a fun Tuesday afternoon for Dollar Bill Spencer. And guess who Bill's perfect accomplice would be in this twisted scheme? Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Let's get real for a second. Steffy is currently completely in the dark about Brooke's sneaky boardroom coup. She has no idea that her own father is contemplating stabbing her in the back. But the second Ridge fills her in on Brooke's seductive power play, Steffy is going to absolutely explode. She will be out for blood, and her wrath will be legendary. The historical bad blood between Steffy and Brooke is one of the most iconic rivalries in soap history, and Steffy will not surrender her co-CEO title without a vicious, scorched earth fight. This is exactly where Bill swoops in to save the day. Bill and Steffy have a deeply complicated history. They've been bitter enemies, reluctant allies, and even scandalous romantic partners. But right now, the enemy of my enemy is my best friend. Bill could easily approach Steffy with a devilish proposition. He uses his vast resources to help her block Brooke's ascension, and in return, Steffy makes the working environment so utterly miserable for Hope that she has absolutely no choice but to resign and run straight into Katie's waiting arms. It is a match made in soap opera heaven. But wait, the plot twists get even more intense. Ridge is notoriously weak-willed whenever Brooke turns on the waterworks and uses their romantic history to her advantage. Bill knows that Ridge might actually cave to Brooke's demands just to keep the peace in his bedroom. So Bill might bypass Ridge entirely and go straight to the top of the food chain. Forrester. Eric holds an equal, incredibly powerful shareholding in Forrester Creations, and his word is practically law within those office walls. What if Bill pays a little visit to the Forrester mansion and plants toxic seeds of doubt in Eric's mind? Bill could masterfully frame Brooke's sudden power grab as a massive threat to the Forrester legacy and a direct, unforgivable insult to Eric's beloved granddaughter, Steffy. Eric is fiercely protective of his family's name and the empire he built from the ground up. If Bill can manipulate Eric into officially vetoing the co-CEO swap, Brooke's dreams will be crushed instantly, and she won't even see it coming. It is a brilliant, ruthless strategy that has Dollar Bill Spencer's signature written all over it. Now, let's talk about the massive emotional fallout of this brilliant theory. How is Hope going to react when she inevitably discovers that the Spencer men actively sabotaged her mother's career? Because in our favorite daytime dramas, the truth always comes out eventually. Hope genuinely believes she is fighting the good, righteous fight for hope for the future. She has poured her blood, sweat, tears, and entire soul into that fashion line. If she finds out that Liam, the man who constantly claims to love, respect, and protect her, complied with Bill's dirty, underhanded tactics just to control her career path, it will destroy them completely. Hope's relationship with Liam is already hanging by a very thin thread due to his constant, suffocating meddling. This would be the ultimate, unforgivable betrayal. Hope would finally realize that Liam doesn't respect her autonomy as an independent woman at all. He just wants to mold her into his ideal, compliant partner away from the Forrester drama. The emotional explosion would be award-winning material. And we absolutely cannot ignore the catastrophic impact this slow-paced plot will have once it accelerates and destroys the Logan sisters. Donna is already running around the offices trying to play the desperate peacemaker, warning Katie that poaching Hope will start a world war. But if Katie actually colludes with Bill Spencer to block Brooke from the CEO spot, oh, the absolute horror. Brooke will never, ever forgive Katie for teaming up with her ex-husband to destroy her corporate ambitions. Brooke has always felt a deep sense of entitlement when it comes to Forrester Creations, and seeing her own little sister orchestrate her humiliating downfall would shatter their relationship forever. The Logan family Thanksgiving dinners are going to be incredibly awkward, to say the very least. So, will Brooke fail and lose out on the CEO position she so desperately desires because of Bill's ruthless interference? We are betting yes. The suspense is absolutely killing us. The writers are clearly setting up a massive, unavoidable collision course between the Logans, the Forresters, and the Spencers. If Brooke gets the job, the story stalls, and everyone gets along. Where is the fun in that? But if Bill ruins her plans, the ripple effects will create months of incredible, edge-of-your-seat television. Hope will be forced into a terrifying corner. Steffy will retain her ultimate power but owe a very dangerous favor to Bill, and Ridge will be caught right in the middle of a screaming match between the most powerful women in his life. What do you guys think about this wild speculation? Are we totally onto something here, or do you think Brooke will actually pull off the ultimate corporate heist? Drop your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. We absolutely love reading your insights and discussing the madness with you all. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to B&B for Phone for more daily updates and deep dives. See you next time.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.